President Muhammadu Buhari jets out to London for medical appointments. Again and again. President Muhammadu Buhari will depart the country on Friday for London, United Kingdom, UK, for a scheduled medical follow-up. In a brief statement issued by Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Mr. Femi Adesina, the president is expected back in the country in the second week of next month. President Muhammadu Buhari will proceed to London, the United Kingdom, on Friday, June 25, 2021, for a scheduled medical follow-up. He is due back in the country during the second week of July 2021, the statement said. It will be recalled that the president left the country for a medical checkup in London earlier in the year, between March 30th and April 16, 2021. 2021. So I would say this will be the second time Buhari will be going out for medical checkup, especially London precisely. And Buhari, since he has attained the office of the president, he must have traveled, for medical checkup over 6th or 7th time now. Can you see that this man called Buhari is not too feeling well? Why would somebody be going, outside the country for several times, going for medical checkup? And Nigerians, hope you are seeing for yourself, and hope you can see and deduce that this so-called man Buhari is not competent to rule Nigeria. It's very, very obvious that Buhari is incompetent and medically is not stable. If truly the man in that Aso Rock is Buhari, and they should tell us who that person is, because as a man or as an entity that is not so strong to govern or to administer his own immediate family, let alone a community or a state, not to talk about president of a nation as Nigeria. Don't you know that Nigeria is doomed? Now Buhari will be going for medical checkup, and meanwhile he, as a president, with all the infrastructure or infrastructural deficit that we have, so we don't have a qualified or a standard hospital, or we don't have a qualified doctor that could say, okay, this man sit down, let all the old doctors in this country Nigeria come and do a test for Buhari, or medical test. Or does it mean that we in Nigeria, we don't have hospitals that are more standard, that Buhari can even say, okay, let me stay back in Nigeria and be tested medically? For you to know there is no smoke without fire. Something is really fitching and something is going on. As a president of a great nation, you are just traveling, and Buhari, as it is in the record of the history of presidency in Nigeria, Buhari is the most traveled president Nigeria has ever had in the country. Well, it's good to go for medical checkup, but not as concurrent like this, not as rampant as Buhari is visiting or traveling from one place to another, especially for checkup. Don't you know that it's the taxpayers' money that Buhari uses in traveling, for that checkup? And not to talk much, Buhari is not even going alone to that medical trip. It will be recalled that most of his entourage will be traveling with him, and they will be spending money. And now we'll say Nigeria does not have money. We are borrowing money. Every time they are spending money. They will borrow money, they share it among themselves. Borrow money, go for medical checkup. Borrow money, go for a trip. Borrow money, do this, do that. And you tell me Nigeria will be stable economically? No. So many Nigerians have been reacting towards this news, and it's so very, very appalling, disgusting, and embarrassing that a president of Nigeria, as it is, when he came to power, he said everything is going to be standardized. So it doesn't mean that we don't have any qualified doctor, or we don't have a standard hospital for a president like Muhammadu Buhari, or even still better still, he is supposed to invite the doctor is going to meet in London. Can't he invite the doctor to come and lay his test or check his health if truly there is no hidden agenda in his traveling? Because he, as it is the most traveled president Nigeria has ever heard. So many people have been reacting and very angry over this issue, and some people are making jest of the so-called President Buhari. Those that are very angered for him traveling or managing this country as if is not his concern, because yes, definitely is not his concern. So many people have been making jest of him. Somebody says the battery is down, it needs to be recharged. That means the president that we have is a rechargeable president, or is a robot. According to Nnamdi Kanu said that a person in that Aso Rock is not the so-called Buhari that we voted for in 2015, that they should ask the presidency. That's the reason why, or more reason why, Buhari does not even address the country, a so-called president, until the insecurity in Nigeria became very worse, before Buhari could even grace an interview from Arise TV. And during the interview, all what he has been asked is not even answering the questions directly. He was deviating. But as it is, Buhari is said to go for London by Friday. Well, the reaction of so many Nigerians are very horrible. That will be his last. The language he understands, which is death, will deal with him there. So many Nigerians have been wishing him bad luck. Well, be bold enough to identify yourself. Don't hide under anonymity. This man just resign. Somebody is advising Buhari to just resign. Every time, check up. I beg, tell them to check your brain. I don't think you still have one Mr. Weaving. Well, somebody says he's a living dead and he is a living corpse, but you should know that Buhari is not our president as it is, or the so-called person that we call our president is not the one we voted for 2015, because he has traveled even more than a tourist. Let's use it that way. Is it not Buhari that we should blame, or President Musa Yar'Adua of wasting Nigerian money on foreign medication? Where is it going now? Okay, according to this person is saying we shouldn't blame Buhari, that we should blame Yar'Adua. Well, in other words, it's an irony. Enjoying himself while the masses are wallowing in abject poverty. Who is going to deliver us from this nightmare? How did we get here? Because our president is just enjoying himself with taxpayers' money, borrowing money to take care of himself. Even Buhari's wife, Aisha Buhari, does not even understand who the Buhari in Aso Rock is. He's so confused. When will that of London president jet to Nigeria for his own medical appointment? When will Nigerian hospital be like that of London? Jet in, jet out. Well, that's the question most Nigerians have been asking. Why is it that Buhari every time travels for medical checkup? I would like you to hit on the comment section and lay your comment or give answer to that question. Thanks for listening.